I think it's fair to say that recently VTubers have been catching a lot of flack, whether that be from other people or even the entertainment industry as a whole itself. Not only have we recently seen people dogging on Iron Mouse for surpassing Kai Cenat in subs recently, which for the record, I don't know how current that information will be when this video drops, so please do not crucify me if that is no longer the case, but we've also started to see a shift in the streaming platform Twitch to start what it seems to be specific targeting against VTubers in particular. With the addition of this new Twitch rule that specifically is a call out to VTubers, basically telling them they have to start dressing more halal. Or well, I guess not dressing, but more so redrawing their models, but you get the idea. Quick side note from the main point I'm talking about, but what's really interesting to me is that it makes the distinction that this rule does not apply to video game characters, including those uploaded into games such as VR chat. So a potential loophole I think I may see in this rule is people simply making their VTuber models into a VR chat model to then bypass the cover rulings. But that's not exactly a cheap option, so I don't know, just something I wanted to point out. But back to the main point, it's not just this ruling though, but other stuff has also been happening as of late that I feel is a targeting to the VTuber industry. Take for example the recent takedown of Iron Mouse's channel due to copyright strikes. Iron Mouse couldn't dispute the strikes without having to divulge her personal information, which, newsflash, is one of the big reasons a lot of people become VTubers in the first place. To be able to have that anonymity and without fear of people trying to go to extremes to muck up your real life. This goes even doubly so for her case, as she is quite literally one of the biggest VTubers out there, and as I mentioned earlier in the vid, we have people attacking her over surpassing Kai Cenat. We've already seen in real life how far some crazed fans go with the influencers they obsess over. Now imagine what could potentially happen to Iron Mouse if her personal info got leaked. That's why I personally believe that the strikes against her was from somebody trying to take advantage of YouTube's copyright strike system in a way to get her personal information. But disclaimer, I should say, I don't know if that's actually the case or not. I'm just saying that as a matter of my own opinion. It could be that the strikes that were made were valid and were not made due to any malice intent. And if the reason for the strikes were already disclosed, then I apologize in the lack of due diligence on my part for not being able to locate those reasons, as I'm not sure if they've been publicly stated or not. And to add on to the record as well, I should state that her channel has been reinstated, but I don't know if there's some ongoing background legal litigation going on with YouTube that made that happen, so I don't know. I just know it's back up and running while I record this video. Also, Iron Mouse isn't the only VTuber that's been bearing the brunt of this anti-VTuber offensive, as there have been others like Centrea, who got a warning on Twitch recently due to a swimsuit toggle she used during her stream. I guess it was too revealing for some people, which is pretty freaking ironic given what kind of live streams you can run into while perusing Twitch. But I'm not gonna get into that, as that falls out of the purview of this video. As remember, we're talking about VTubers here. Speaking of another VTuber who recently got pooped on by Twitch, Shondo, or as they also go by, Fallen Shadow, also got banned during her birthday stream, which, if I recall correctly, was the catalyst that started this whole conspiracy that there was a Twitch mod out there that's out to get VTubers. Though, for the record, Shondo did say that she did say something that was technically against TOS. However, it was just one sentence and her ban was 30 days. So she said 30 days wasn't warranted, and personally, I think if it's one sentence, I don't think 30 days is warranted either. And if you want a more recent example, a VTuber that goes by Chromu also happened to be banned on their birthday as well. Seems like Twitch really likes to lay down the hammer more viciously when it happens to be a VTuber's birthday, huh? Now, I want to start telling y'all about this crazy conspiracy I thought of while all of this was going down that may be the cause for all this happening. You ready, folks? You may want to sit down for this. Okay, here's my quick little theory. Basically, what I'm thinking may have caused this domino reaction of full VTuber frontal assault is that someone with very powerful ties in the entertainment industry, specifically someone powerful with ties to Twitch and YouTube in particular, may have taken a liking to some VTuber. And when I say liking, I mean full parasocial pizzazz, baby. How I'm thinking it went down is that this guy or gal tried to pursue some sort of relationship with their favorite VTuber, got turned down, and now has made it their life mission to tear the industry down. And what proof or evidence am I basing this on? Nothing, baby, because it's just a conspiracy theory. But imagine if I was right, though. Oh my god, that would actually be so freaking hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. But okay, enough of the joshing around. In all seriousness though, I really do think there is some sort of shift or tide going on that's driving itself against VTubers, which has definitely not been a fun time for all the VTubers that have been affected so far, and the VTubers to come, cause I'm sure the next scandal is just around the corner. I do want to say though, VTubers can try to look at this through a more positive light, as I feel that the more VTubers get attacked, the more legitimized and stalwart they become in the entertainment industry itself. Let me give you a really nerdy example to tell you what I'm talking about. Goku from Dragon Ball is this thing known as a Saiyan. Saiyans from that show get stronger every single time they survive from a near-death experience. So, what I'm thinking here is that VTubers are like Saiyans. The more and more they survive these attacks against them, the more and more they become rooted into the entertainment sector itself and become more exposed to more potential viewers who may like VTubers and jazz. Granted, it does suck when you get banned and are basically unable to do the thing that makes you your living. But in the long run, I feel karma will come around to right the wrong, so long as the VTubers affected remain vigilant and don't become too deterred by Twitch and YouTube's sucky antics. Personally, I really love the idea of VTubing, as it allows people the chance to express themselves in a unique, artsy sort of way without needing to reveal their true identity. And I mean, technically, it's not even really a brand new idea, as it's even been around before it even was called VTubing. People have used avatars and such to express themselves in the past, it's just now it has a name. So when I see members of the VTubing community being what I view as potential malicious targeting from media sites and people alike, it saddens me. It also saddens me because I also categorize myself as a VTuber as well, but I'm super duper low key about it. But anyways, my main point for this entire video is essentially this. In my personal opinion, and you are free to disagree with me, there have been a recent uptick on negative feelings towards VTubers, and a pattern of more stricter rule enforcement from social media websites that I find to be unfair given what else those websites publish. People not liking a VTuber becoming a #1 most subbed on Twitch, VTubers getting harsher bans over minor infractions when worse has been said and ignored, as well as specific ruling coming out that directly aims and targets VTubers in specific. Due to all this, I think it is fair to say that there is some secret war going on against VTubers, whether it be metaphorically or literally. Personally, I think it's both metaphorically and literally. As you all know, we do have literal examples of rules specifically targeting them and a consensus forming against them due to the whole Kai Cenat situation, but I digress. Now, I'm curious to hear what y'all think about this ongoing situation. Do you think there's an ongoing attack against VTubers? Or do you think this is just all being overhyped and just a big string of unfortunate events that just so happen to occur in close timing to one another? Let me know down in the comments below. Once again, I'm Mayhem, and thank you for listening to this mole. Peace!